What up, Pokenet? In this video, we're going to be going over our post-rotation Dragapult deck. This is, I think, what we believe might be one of the best ways to play it. We do have two different builds. I think it's going to kind of depend on what things look post-rotation, but this is the way we want to play it. I think Parkermon loves this deck, and this is the closest it's been to what he was running before rotation. So this is what he's been really successful with all year, and so we want to run with it again for the next year because I think he has a good chance of being really successful yet again. Um, so this is how we're going to be running Dragapult. Again, there's going to be some changes. I can't wait for is it special red card that comes out in Chaos Rising? That's going to make this deck way better. So I think if you look in Japan before Ninja Spinner came out, Dragapult wasn't quite as good. And then after Ninja Spinner, Dragapult stepped back up and has taken the lead on some of the best decks. And I think part of that's due to the special red card. So, um, and I think special red card is if your opponent has 3 or fewer prizes and you play this card, they shuffle their hand in their deck and draw 3 cards. So that's a pretty dang sweet card. Hopefully we get it. We'll get it soon, right? So anyways, for this deck, we're running 3 Dragapult EX. Again, I think since this came out, we knew it was going to be a massive card, a great attacker, but it did take time to figure out the best way to attack with it. So, um, yeah. So, anyways, we're sticking with Dragapult. We got three of those. Then we have 4 Dracloaks. Again, this is our main draw power, so having 4 of them for drawing is great. We absolutely love the Ascended Heroes AR artwork, right? That thing's beautiful. So once we get a play set, this will be a play set of those ARs for Parker. So we got 4 Dracloak to go along with our 3 Dragapult. And then we also have 4 Dreepy for the same reason. We need to get We need to get these down to get them evolved to get into our attacker and our draw support. Again, love the AR artwork from Ascended Heroes. Hopefully, we can get a play set of those to put in the deck. So, all right. So we got a 4-4-3 line of Dragapult. So that's what we're looking at with that. And then I think you can kind of play around with this a little bit. We've got 1 Dusknoir, 1 Dusclops, and 2 Duskull. I think we're eventually going to go 2-2-1 with this lineup. I think that's going to help Parker a little bit more. I know Psyduck is a little problematic for sure. However, Parker's been able to work around that pre-rotation too. So anyway, so he's got a 2-1-1 line currently, but that could certainly become a 2-2-1 line here in the future. Kind of just depends on how it plays and how things are going. Okay, and then we got 2 Badoo. If you remember where we got this Master Ball Badoo from, hit me in the comments, right? Do you remember where we got that? How it showed up in here? I forgot to tell Parker, so he didn't even know when he played this last tournament. He goes, "Where did this Master Ball come from?" So it's pretty funny. So yeah, hit me in the comments. Where did this Master Ball Badoo come from? And then please smash the like. Um, the more subscribers we have, the more thumbs up we get, the better the channel does. And we're doing the best we can here. We're trying to make the channel better. So help us do that. So we appreciate you guys. So 2 Badoo. We definitely want to get into Badoo early, slow our opponent down so we can get into Dragapults. And then, hey, this may change. Sorry, I'm running 2 Monkey Dory, but Parker doesn't love the Monkey Dories as much. But I think post rotation, we're going to need Monkey Dories. So there's 2 in here right now. That may go down to 1 and then we bump up our Duskull line. 1 of the Meowth EX, right? I mean, this has one of the best abilities in the game right now. This is literally one of the most powerful cards you can have. Last ditch catch, when you put this onto your bench, look for a supporter and put it into your hand. So, pretty dang crazy. Is a liability, right? There's some problems with the 178 HP. However, that's such a great ability, we're still going to be able to play it. And then we have one Pheasantipity EX. Again, everybody knows with Flip the Script, such a powerful ability. It's in almost every deck right now. So yeah, we have one of those, one Latias to get our basic Pokemon out of the active if we need to. And then one Lily's Clefairy EX. A lot of people were asking me why we have a Lily's Clefairy in the Dragapult. And that's just because post rotation, I think Dragapult's going to be big. I think Mega Lucario is going to be big. And this one wipes both of those out, right? So I think this does a great job post rotation. I think you're going to see a lot of decks with Lily's Clefairy. But because we're already running a Psychic Pokemon and we're running Crispin, which we'll talk about here in a sec, we run the Lily's Clefairy too to help us get those knockouts. So, excuse me. All right, so it's a heck of a lot of Pokemon, but that's what we've got Pokemon-wise with this Dragapult deck. Then we're running 4 of the Lily's Determination, right? This is the most powerful supporter we have right now. So 4 of those. Again, because of how powerful she is, we're running 2 Boss's Orders. Especially with Dragapult, we need to be able to get what we want to knock out in the active. So we have 2 of those. Like I told you, we got 2 Crispin. We'll talk about it in a minute, but we're not running Neo Upper Energy right now. So we need better energy acceleration, and Crispin does that. It also helps us get Lily's Clefairy fired up as well. So again, I think in certain matchups, we need him to get Lily's Clefairy ready. We're running 1 Judge. Only 1 right now. I think that could change. We might be doing 2 of those. Parker really wants to run Judge a decent amount. 1 Dawn. Again, I love the fact that we can get a basic, a stage 1, stage 2 Pokemon all at once. And 1 Team Rocket's Patrol. So we do run a decent amount of items in here. We are running a rare candy or 2. So sometimes we need the Patrol to be able to get to all the pieces. Then we're running 4 of the Buddy Buddy Poffins. Again, this has been great for this deck, being able to get 2 70 HP or lower Pokemon into play. And because most of our important Pokemon are, I think that's a big deal. So we got 4 Buddy Buddy Poffin. We got 4 of the new Pokepads. Again, man, these things were so hard to get a hold of in Ascended. Pretty happy we get more of them in perfect order. So I asked in our last video, asked a question on this, but have you guys noticed that it's uncommon in Ascended, but it's common in Ascended, uncommon in perfect order? Seems weird. I don't know if they've done that before in other decks. Have they switched up rarities on the same cards? No idea. I'm new to that. I don't know if I've seen that before. Hit me in the comments. Have you seen another card that's done that? Do you know of one? That'd be interesting for me to find out. I just don't know. And then we're running 3 of the Ultra Balls. Parker, pretty lucky we got a gold one in here, so that's pretty sweet. So 3 Ultra Balls, 2 rare candies at Parker's request. He really wants to get going a little faster sometimes. I've told him I think we need to go 1 instead of 2, but right now we got 2 in here. That may change. This may go down to 1. I've also seen a few decks that go super fast and they have 3. So that's one that we may end up doing for Parker. We might go to some of the other ones that play more aggressive and have 3. And then 2 Night Stretcher. Again, I think this is big, especially with Dracloaks. Not Dracloaks, my bad. Well, but with Duskull, Dusclops, Dusknoir. This way we can get them out of the discard and put them back into play. So, and then again, I think we're running Unfair Stamp in here right now. This could change. It could go to the Neo Upper, but this is by far one of the most dangerous cards there is in Pokemon right now. you know, I've had so many times where I've won a match just because I'm able to use Unfair Stamp early, and they have no draw support or they can't get what they need. So we're running the Unfair Stamp. Again, that could change. One Risky Ruin, so that's part of why we have two Monkey Dory. Because if we're damaging ourselves with this, we can now throw it back and forth, give us a chance to get better knockouts. So we got one Risky Ruins and one Team Watch Rockets Watchtower, uh, mainly to be shutting down the Noctowl lineup. But it also helps us with other cards. You know, Blood Moon Ursaluna is still around. We kind of talked about Meowth EX, so there's a lot of cards we can shut down with that. And then we have three Psychic Energy. We have three Gold Energy, or what, Gold Energy, three Fire Energy, all in gold. Man, that's my favorite. It's actually one of the things I like to splurge on sometimes is spend $5 to $6 and get some gold energies because I really like them. And then we're running two Dark Energy. So again, because we have two Monkey Dory, we got two Dark Energy to go along with them. That also helps us with Crispin to get our double attachment onto Lily's Clefairy EX. So, all right, so this is what we have for Dragapult post rotation. I'm also going to talk, and I'll do a video about Dragapult Blaziken. I think that's the next one I'm going to be filming and showing. So you have to let me know, which of those do you think is better? I like this version. I also think it's easier for the to switch into because it's more similar to what we were playing pre-rotation too. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please hit the like button, subscribe. Yeah, we love the support we've been getting lately, so thank you guys all for that. Otherwise, have a Poketastic day.